Just got back from Black Friday. It was pretty busy this year, especially with COVID going around. Consumers have to stick to the 1.5 social distancing rule. And so, yeah, things are obviously a bit different this year at how they do things and how many people they allow in the store at once and all of that. But this is for our safety. But some of the movies I bought, I actually looked online this afternoon. I looked on the sites to see what movies, what type of deals they have, and how much the DVDs and the Blu-rays were. And one of the movies I wanted to get actually said on the site that it was out of stock or it was unavailable. And then when I went actually in store, they actually had it in stock. So the site was bullshitting. But yeah, I will talk about that because that's my first movie up actually. So yeah, I bought a small pile of movies. I looked high and low. I looked in the deepest ends of the stores to try and find these movies. But anyways, yeah, let's just get into the pile of movies. So, the first movie I got was Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and this was in a two for $20 deal. So I got Star Wars: The Force Awakens and Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and both of these movies were $20. So that's a pretty good deal for two of these movies. I already own Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and so I wanted to give Star Wars: The Last Jedi another chance because I saw this movie back in when did this movie come out? 2018, I believe. It doesn't actually say on the back here. I don't think. No, it doesn't say. All it says is 2020, but the movie didn't come out in 2020. But yeah, anyways, I saw this movie in theaters when it first came out, and I absolutely hated it. I didn't like Luke's decision to throw the lightsaber over his shoulder, and I just thought it felt like it was a very poorly directed Star Wars movie. I thought there were some cool lightsaber battles and all of that in it. But so yeah, there were a few glimmers of entertainment scattered throughout, but for the most part, I wasn't really a big fan of this. It's been 2 years since I've actually seen this movie. I bought it because I want to give it a second chance. I want to see if my opinion on it changes or if I hate it just as much as when I saw it in theaters. So that was the main reason why I got this, is because I want to give it another chance. And Star Wars: The Force Awakens, I just got to add to this collection because now I've completed the new sequel trilogy with J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson direction. So I now own all three movies, and so yeah, and plus for like two for $20, like that's not a bad deal since these are newer movies. So yeah, it's not a bad deal. Let's see what's the next movie up. Next movie up is Batman: Death in the Family. This is a newly released DC animated movie, and I haven't seen this before, but I saw the trailer when they released it, and this is a very different animated movie because this one is an interactive DC animated movie, so it actually includes the viewer to kind of see the perspective of the characters, and you as the viewer get to choose Batman's choices, Joker's choices, Robin's choices. At least I believe that's how this movie will go. Fan of Batman, I am a long time lover of Batman and his story arcs in the comics, and Batman to me has some of the best villains in the DC universe. He has some of the best villains. Obviously, Joker being the most iconic, but Mister Freeze, Killer Croc is another one of my favorites, and Hush. Batman Hush is another really good a DC animated movie, actually, and that's another really good comic book storyline. If you have not read Batman Hush, I highly recommend you read that, because that is one of my favorite Batman storylines, because it includes a bunch of villains like Scarecrow. Obviously, Hush is the main focus, and Thomas Wayne and Thomas Elliot, I believe. It's about their relationship, and there's like appearances from Scarecrow, Joker, and all of that. Harley Quinn, I also believe, is in it. I haven't read the comic for a while, but I've that is one of my favorite Batman storylines. And we got a animated movie called Batman Hush based on the graphic novel, and that is also pretty good. I'll still say the comic is way better than the animated movie. And then Batman: The Killing Joke, I think, is one of my favorites. I know that's a controversial choice for me to say, because I know there's some people felt like the Killing Joke is better adapted in graphic novel than it is in animated form. But I kind of like both. I thought they did in my opinion, I thought they did the graphic novel justice in the animated movie. It's been a while since I've actually seen it, so maybe if I go back and see it, it's I saw it when it first came out in 2016. So yeah. What's another one? There was a newly released Justice League animated film called I believe Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. This is what all these DC animated universe movies have been building to. And it's basically the big battle between the Justice League versus Darkseid, because I kind of hinted at Darkseid, but that was the first real movie where we actually get to see the war against Justice League and Darkseid really go down. And so that's another really good movie. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. It's only, how long is this? 64 minutes. So it's just over an hour. So yeah, it's not a long movie at all. I'm looking forward to checking this out. This will be a fun little movie to kind of get involved in and all. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This one seems cool. As for the special features on this one, special features is an audio commentary on all 5 DC Showcase animated shorts. So yeah, that will also be cool to listen to. So yeah, Batman, Death in the Family. And then this is my last one I got, and that is Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings, the uncut. So, and all of the DVD covers for Wrong Turn say uncut. Even though that I believe the first one was released in theaters, and then every other sequel following it went straight to DVD, and then they just started putting uncut because this is the version that hardcore horror fans have to see, when there's only really one version of these VOD movies. But I feel like they just put uncut on there because I don't know, maybe one point in time at one point in time they were released theatrically, but I don't know. As far as I know, these were all VOD. I feel like every Wrong Turn movie after the first, I believe, was a straight to VOD movie. So yeah, I've never really been a big fan of the Wrong Turn franchise. So now let me explain. So the first Wrong Turn, I think is a decent movie. I think it's actually the best that I have seen so far in this franchise. But at the same time, I didn't think it was a groundbreaking slasher movie. I thought there were some cool kills in it. The characters were all right. It is really gory. If you like gore in your horror movies, obviously this franchise delivers 110% on that regard. And so the first one I think is okay, and then we cut to Wrong Turn 2 Dead End, which that's the one where I really did not like Wrong Turn 2 Dead End, because this is a franchise I've recently been getting into. And the second one made me so disconnected, made me so not want to continue watching these movies. And so what I did, I haven't actually seen Wrong Turn 3, and now I'll explain that. So I watched the trailer to Wrong Turn 3 Left for Dead, I believe it's called, and it didn't really hook me on anything. It just seemed like what Wrong Turn 2 was and then Wrong Turn 1. It didn't look like they were going any new story direction with it. It just looked like the hillbillies just killing no-name characters, really. And that's what the first two movies were. And so I wasn't really interested in watching it. And so Wrong Turn 4, what got me interested to actually buy this one is that it's a prequel. And so that is at least a new story direction. That's a fresh take for this franchise, which a prequel, like I would love to see for this franchise. So if Wrong Turn 4 can hook me back and give me a reason to actually continue watching these movies, like I will watch Bloodlines and Last Resort and all of that. But yeah, this has just been a franchise that's so far been mixed for me. So yeah, but yeah, let me know down in the comments. Have you seen Wrong Turn 3, and do you need to watch Wrong Turn 3 to understand what happens in Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings? Or since this one is a prequel, this one would have to take place before the first one. So before the events, and I saw the trailer to Bloody Beginnings, and I liked the whole asylum and it's kind of torturing them. I liked that sort of tape because like they're kind of different from everybody else, and like in their freaks and all that. I thought that was a really cool story direction to take and to kind of dive into like what's actually making them, to give them some more motivation for why they are killing people who go into their territory. So yeah, I was really hooked on the trailer for this movie when I saw it. And plus it's based in the snow as well, which that is also a new take for the Wrong Turn franchise. So that is also a bonus. So looking forward to checking this one out. Let me know, have you seen Bloody Beginnings, and what do you think of it? Because I know some people are divided. Like some people like the sequels more than others. So yeah, let me know, have you seen Bloody Beginnings, and what do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you think it's male? Do you really not like it? Anyways, they are my pickups for this Black Friday. What movies did you guys pick up this Black Friday? Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to know what DVDs, Blu-rays you guys picked up. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your night, evening, or morning, wherever you guys are. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye.